Welcome to What's New in Blackboard since the last time we talked about Blackboard for September 2025. Today, I have some great new uses of the AI tools that are available in Blackboard. You can now add titles in question banks and tests for your questions, and there's a slight tweak to the announcement interface. Let's get going. Let's start with something everyone can use, whether you're on Original Course View or Ultra Course View. The ability to make AI-generated alternate text for images is now part of Ally. What does this look like? Well, let's take a look at my course here. I have a picture of a very old computer, and it's red next to its gauge because it does not have any alt text. So we click on that to open up the assistant, and it says we're missing a description. I could type a description in here, or I could auto-generate one. After a couple of seconds, it comes back with a really great description. Vintage Apple II computer system with monitor, keyboard, 2 disk drives, showcasing early personal computing technology. Now I have the option to edit this description if I like, or I could leave it as is. All I have to do is click Add, and my score goes up, and this image is now accessible for students using screen readers. But I know we have a lot of items in our courses that are more complex, diagrams and things like that. Can AI manage that? Let's take a look at this chart right here. Same thing, missing a description, and let's see what it'll auto-generate for us. A stacked bar chart comparing mainstream pre-2020 usage with net major investments in 2020 and 2021 for various educational technologies and services. And that's exactly what we're looking at right here. Did a pretty good job, so I'm going to go ahead and add that. And I just increased the accessibility score for my entire course. So that was a nifty bit of AI helping us raise our Ally scores and the accessibility of our course. But can it do anything for us in the gradebook? Let's take a look. I have a new submission here for this assignment, and I'm just going to click on it and view the submission. What AI can do is help us summarize our rubrics. So this assignment is not great. There were supposed to be images in here and some other things. So the visual appeal on this is limited. I'm going to assume that for this one, it was proficient, and let's say that they really covered user experience. Okay, I have filled in the rubric, but what about adding some feedback for the student as well? We can now summarize rubric feedback. Let's click this button and see what happens. And it writes out a description of the feedback for us. Overall, your submission showcased varying levels of performance across the rubric criteria, etc., etc. However, there is a significant area for improvement regarding the visual appeal of your presentation and more stuff. Now I can decide that I want to discard this, try again, or apply. Just like all of Blackboard's AI tools, once I apply it, I have the opportunity to edit it. Now another option that we have, aside from summarizing the rubric feedback, is using the AI writing tools to rewrite something we've already written or what the rubric feedback wrote for us. This is really more useful if you've written your own rubric feedback or feedback on an overall submission, because what it can do is take your spelling errors, your grammatical errors, maybe your tone if you're grading late at night and have gotten a little cranky, and smooth it all out. There's not much change because the AI wrote it in the first part and the AI rewrote it, so I'm not going to keep this one. But you can use that to clean up your feedback before you save it, and it goes out to the student. Another new option this month is that you can now add titles to the questions in your tests and question banks. What does that look like? Well, we can access question banks on all Ultra courses from the Details and Actions menu over here on the right. And here's a bank that was created earlier today. So I want titles for these. You can click the 3 dots, which is always more options, edit, and I can type in a title, which will make finding questions to reuse or use the first place in tests easier. Don't forget to scroll down and hit save. And finally, there's been a little cleanup on the announcements page. On the old announcements page, you had 3 fields: title, recipients, and message. But you never could change the recipients. It was kind of a useless menu. In the new version of announcements, that useless menu has been removed just to make it a little smoother experience. That's all I have for you this month. I'll be back again in a month with the new updates that Anthology is giving us to our Blackboard environment. Until then, have a great quarter.